What kind of judgment calls do you make when you think no one's watching? We're kicking off a special series this morning. Every Monday, we'll unveil a different social experiment we performed here in West Michigan. And you may be surprised to see how people in your community responded to scenarios they thought were real. Alex Jokic joins us live now to explain this first test. Alex.
Well, Kirk, in our first experiment, we partnered with a woman from Kalamazoo who is 100% blind. We wanted to see how people in the midst of their busy lunch hour would react when they realized she desperately needed a hand. For Betty Lujan Roberts, this cane is her window to the world. Without it, she's in a tough spot. She's usually assertive enough to ask for help when she needs it. But for the purposes of this experiment, we told her not to. We wanted to see if the people around her would lend a hand and how long it would take them to do so. So we set up some hidden cameras, planted an undercover producer, mic'd up Betty.
I'm gonna hook this right on the back of your sweater.
And ran the test.
Okay, Betty, good job. Just keep walking straight.
In scenario number 1, Betty drops her cane near a group of ladies eating lunch.
Start fumbling around like you can't find your cane.
She feels around hopelessly with her foot for 1 minute, then 2. 2 women walk right by her, then someone whizzes by on a scooter. No one seems to notice.
If you remember where your stick is, go ahead and pick it back. Oh, never mind. Someone's coming to help you.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
It took 2 minutes and 17 seconds before a man named JT felt compelled to jump in.
You know, we just gotta look out for other people.
Borges psychologist Bill Wenger says Betty's distance from bystanders may have impacted the response time.
Well, sometimes we use a term called proxemics, which is how close you are to a situation. The closer you get, the more it captures you to act in some way.
So in take 2, we moved closer to the crowds.
We're gonna send you towards the food trucks.
Okay, she's coming into frame.
Betty again drops her cane. This time it only takes 18 seconds for someone to see her distress.
Yes, thank you.
We wait for a fresh crowd of people to pass through the park, then go for round 3.
Okay, now drop your stick.
All it takes is the sound of the stick drop for this woman to act.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it.
Picked it up for her and handed it back to her. It's not the right thing to do.
You see they're uncomfortable, you become uncomfortable. You try to calm yourself down by helping this person.
Betty's back in 5 seconds flat and ready for test number 4.
Whoa.
And here, things get interesting.
Keep looking.
Oh, dear.
Betty taps around with her toes near a group of women eating and chatting out in the sunshine. 1 minute in, nothing.
I think the bystander effect can also be complex in terms of somebody else will help.
So we instruct her to wander closer to the group, still feeling around for her cane and acting confused. She nearly walks into them, and still, they barely look at her. At this point, we're more than 2 minutes in, and Betty's lost her bearings. So it's time to speak up.
Hi, excuse me. Hello.
After almost 2.5 minutes and a little prodding,
Over this way? Oh, great.
Betty's finally reunited with her cane, and we run the experiment for the 5th and final time.
Have her get up and walk directly across.
Okay, Betty, walk straight.
About 30 seconds in, Betty's bad luck has caught a young man's eye.
You were looking for your stick. It's behind you here.
Thank you. My magic wand.
There you go.
With that, we come out of hiding, unveiling our experiment.
I thought it was interesting. I thought everybody responded really well. If they didn't respond, it's only because they just didn't notice.
It's common courtesy, common decency. You see somebody in need, you gotta help them.
Of course, we'd like to thank Betty for participating in this experiment with us. And remember, Judgment Call will air every Monday morning throughout the next month, highlighting a different social experiment each week. Next week, we'll show you how people reacted to a lost wallet stuffed with cash.